Hey, Tacoma Prepper here, aka Erik Rosenblatt. So what if you didn't have any survival supplies whatsoever, and you had a half an hour and $40 to put together a kit? Well, you might go to a place like the Dollar Tree, or should I call it the $1.25 slash $1.50, and sometimes more tree. It's a budget place, and perhaps it's possible to put together a kit with things that they have in stock in the store, which, of course, I endeavored to do. The unfortunate thing is I went there, well, it's holiday season right now, so they're kind of cleaned out of a lot of stuff, but I think I put together a decent enough kit with what was available. I don't know. So, anyway, I present to you the Dollar Tree Survival Kit. Let's get into it, shall we? So the first thing you're going to want is a trusty old AK. Oh wait, this is a Dollar Tree video. Nah, best I could do for you is a little off-brand block building Lego guy with an AK. Okay, let's get into it. So when I went to the Dollar Tree, I had a list of things that I was looking for, kind of specific categories of items, and I found most of them and made some substitutions because, well, they were out of stock of a bunch of things, I believe. Empty spots in the shelves and all that. So I'll just start going into this bag and show you what I found there. So you have a roll of aluminum foil. There's many uses for that. I found some gloves here. So these are like a knit glove with rubber dip on this side. Actually, these are pretty nice gloves for $1.50 or whatever they were. Let's see here. I'm going to try to spread all this out. I didn't open anything from the packaging. Okay, so I went in thinking, hey, I'm going to find a saw or an axe or something, and they didn't have anything quite like that. But there's this 4-pack of steak knives, which are probably garbage, but I figure, hey, a 4-pack, you should be able to cut some stuff with that. Maybe a little bit of wood or something, or whatever, or steak if you're fortunate enough in a survival situation. So we have that. Oh, and one thing too, so for storage, because knives are sharp, they have this cardboard backing, so you can take that off and fold it and make little sheaths for the knives so they don't poke holes in things or yourself. So we got the steak knives, in no particular order, of course. Well, all right. So there's a paring knife here that I found that actually is a full tang knife. You can't really see it. I don't know if I can quite show you. If it were out of the package, I could. But it's a full tang knife, so that's actually not bad. And stainless steel, pretty decent. Let's see here. Oh, and here's something I found that was kind of awesome. It's a little camp lantern, LED camp lantern that runs off some AAA batteries. I unfortunately neglected to buy AAA batteries, but I'm hoping that at least most people have a few in the junk drawer or something. I think it runs off 3, but you know, it has a little handle there. Not a bad light source. So that's kind of cool. I'm definitely going to use this. Actually, this is neat. Of course, water is important. So they don't have water filters, but they had this little rubber thing is a little off. But water bottle. I think this is about a liter and some change. Has a straw inside it and a drinking tube and whatnot. This is, there's your water carrier, and I don't know how much I would trust this carry handle, but it's probably good enough in an emergency. So on to cordage. So there's this poly rope. This is 59 feet or 15 meters of this kind of iffy but probably good enough cordage. That's not bad. To follow along with that, this is something I definitely believe in for cordage in a survival situation, is dental floss. And the generic one, it's 175 yards or 160 meters. That's a hell of a lot of dental floss. And you could use this stuff for fabricating all kinds of things, tying things together, whatnot. It's super strong. Then we have a 7-pack, a box of 7 garbage bags. So these are the, quote, large bags. I don't know how... 30 gallons, 113 liters. That's pretty big. I don't know that they're very strong, but one of the things you can use garbage bags for, you can make kind of an expedient rain poncho. You can make a shelter. You can use them to fill up with leaves and stuff to keep you insulated. There's a number of uses for garbage bags, so that was a good find. Let's see. We also, there's a 6-pack of these 4-hour emergency candles. I looked at the tea lights and they were not very good, but this is actually a pretty good value. So you get quite a bit of light and heat and potential cooking possibilities. You can obviously shave down the paraffin to help with starting fires and stuff, or like waterproofing things. These are great. Definitely love that. To go along with fire stuff, they have a whole big box of these these are the Strike-On box diamond matches, but there's a hell of a lot in here. 300. So you can use these for starting fires. You can also, they have a little splint that is part of the match, and you can use that for making little things. You can use it to make tinder, all kinds of different purposes for these, and it's all sealed up in a plastic wrap, so basically waterproof. To add to that too, of course, my favorite is lighters. Now, I got a 3-pack of lighters for the same price as that. So there's 3 lighters that you can start thousands of fires with 1 lighter. Let's see, I got a rain poncho as well. Probably not the best. I'm sure in the wind, this is not gonna... You will be very unhappy, but hey, it's something. It's better than nothing. And I do believe, yes, it has a hood, so, decent form of shelter there. This is the shelter side of it. Actually, I'll go into that. They had these, this drop cloth right here. So this is 9 by 12 feet, 0.7 mil, so very, very thin. Definitely not the sturdiest thing, but it's absolutely better than nothing. And so, yeah, that's the only thing they had anywhere remotely. I wanted a tarp, but they didn't have tarps. Let's see. So there's this bowl here, the stainless steel bowl. I was hoping to find like pots and pans or something, but there was nothing of the sort. So this is the closest thing, like a dog food bowl sort of thing. But yeah, you could boil water, you could cook things in this. Being stainless, it'll probably hold up fairly well. It seems pretty thick actually, so not bad. All right. And of course, some duct tape. So being the Dollar Tree, it's exceedingly thin, so you're not going to get a whole lot out of it, and it's probably not the best duct tape, but duct tape is duct tape, and it's indispensable in a survival situation. Let's see. Oh, they had some super long zip ties, which actually seem like they're fairly well made. So these are pretty damn long. And of course you can use these for a number of purposes. Yeah, so there's that, and then let's see here. Oh yeah, adding to the knives. So these are like little box knives. There's a 3-pack of box knives, the break-off type, that you ratchet out. But you could do all kinds of things. In fact, maybe minor surgery with that if you're skilled enough. So there's that. There's a sewing kit that I picked up. So it seems to be relatively comprehensive. There's thread and needles and a measuring tape and safety pins and little scissors and stuff. I mean, not too bad, and that's certainly something you'd want to have. So I got that. let's see. And they had a number of first aid kits. So this is the one I picked up. There were, I think, 3. Some were more bandage heavy, like all the same type of bandage. This one has a variety of different things, which I thought is a little bit better. And I liked the slim plastic case. This is very, very nice. It's got various bandages. There's alcohol wipes. I mean, it's not the best, but hell, if you have nothing, this is better than that. So then I found a combo salt and pepper shaker, which obviously that's a good thing to have. They had a variety of seasonings, but salt and pepper are kind of just the go-to. They didn't have very much though. And then we have this luncheon loaf. So this is like Spam essentially, and it even has the key in fact, which is cool. But that's your protein and salt and whatnot there. And then I think the last item on the list, so they had Nature Valley Crunchy granola bars. So there's your food right there. And also at the same time, because I was looking for a container, but they really didn't have much. So what I did was I bought one of their reusable grocery bags, and everything fits in there with the packaging too. So if I were to take it apart, it would fit even better. So okay, all right, I'll put everything back and we'll wrap things up. All right. So I think the Dollar Tree survival kit is pretty good for the money. It's missing some stuff that I'd like it to have, but hey, I limited myself to the Dollar Tree, and they didn't have a lot of stuff in stock that I remember them having, so there it is. But I think this is a kit that will suffice in a pinch, and it goes to show you don't need to spend a lot of money to be ready, and certainly there's no excuse for not being ready. Just take a half hour, go down to the Dollar Tree and grab some stuff. I normally I would say, what are your ideas? What would you like to see added or subtracted? But it's like, well, they had a limited stock of certain things. So here it is. And I think it actually isn't that bad. Would I wander off into an emergency situation with some trepidation? Absolutely. Would I feel confident that I could make it work? Absolutely. I think it's all right. And yeah, what do y'all think about this idea? Maybe you have other Dollar Tree-esque places in your area that might carry some more comprehensive stock of things, but hey, this is what I had in my area. This is what I put together. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully it's informative. For anybody out there that has been hesitating to put together a kit, well, damn it, go down to your local Dollar Tree and grab all the stuff that I have. The bill of goods, right here. There it is. Okay? Pause, and you can get your own kit just like this. All right? And this thing, pretty easy to carry, compact, fairly comprehensive. I mean, yeah. So, anyway, we'll see you all next time, all right?